I quit buying these 42 things and have saved thousands of dollars over the last few years. And no, I'm not kidding. I know saving money might seem impossible right now, but trust me, if you stop buying some of these items, I know that you'll save money too. Welcome back everyone, I'm Carrie. Let's start with some of the tastiest things that are burning a hole in your pocket. These have saved me over $4,000 in the past year. So unless I'm trapped in the desert with no other options, I never buy bottled water anymore because it just siphons your cash and it piles up plastic in the landfill. An average bottle of water costs about $1.50, so even if you buy 3 of those a week, this adds up to over $230 per year. You can get a cup of water or just fill it up with your reusable bottle, like this one, for free. And speaking of reusable bottles, I did not buy the Stanley Cup or any more cups or bottles for that matter. And before you come for me, you guys, I already have way too many drinking vessels. So yes, I did sit out the Stanley Cup and I saved myself $40 because those things are expensive. I stopped buying hot coffee and started making my own every single day. Getting a latte before work every day used to cost me around $30 per week at least, and that's without, snacks. And this adds up to over $1,500 a year. And when I started making my own coffee every single day and ditched the Keurig, I ditched an espresso, and I got a pour over, it saved so much money. And if you're a regular coffee drinker like me, K-Cups will add up to a minimum of $650 per year compared to the $288 that you would pay to buy regular coffee grounds for an entire year. And before I even go to the grocery store, I always claim an upside cashback offer. More on this in a bit. And at the store, I always bring my own reusable bag. That way I don't have to pay for another one. Depending on your area, a lot of stores now will charge 10 cents per bag, and sometimes they will even reward you with 5 cents for every bag that you bring. And I also stopped buying name brands, especially when there's a better generic version. This applies to groceries. I've found that you can spend 40% less by just buying generic, depending on what it is. And the same thing goes for medicine. And the generics cost so much less than the brand name version, and it's literally the exact same thing. Speaking of vitamins, I canceled all of my vitamin subscriptions or supplement subscriptions from Amazon because I got really behind on taking my fish oil, and now I have several too many bottles. I've also stopped buying LaCroix every single week. My partner and I used to drink multiple cans every single day, and so this has saved us a ton of money and a ton of aluminum. I also stopped buying individually packaged yogurt, like the small ones, and just go for like the big tubs instead. You get more for your money and you save on plastic. And of course, I always try to claim cashback offers on groceries inside the Upside app and usually end up earning around 10 to 15% cash back. If you spend hundreds of dollars, that adds up to a lot. And before heading to the store, you might want to check out my 24 grocery hacks video over here. All right, moving on. If you're still buying snacks at the movie theater instead of sneaking in your own snacks and drinks, what are you doing? Come on, everyone does it, right? A medium bucket of popcorn is like $11 and I never finished all of it anyway. And I also don't buy food at the airport anymore unless I'm desperate and I missed a meal or something, because they jack up those prices there. Packing snacks and sandwiches for the airport has saved me hundreds a year because I travel a lot. And of course, I always fill up my bottle at the airport, so I don't need to buy another bottle. I've also stopped spending money on DoorDash or any other delivery other than giving myself one time a month to do it. Instead, I meal prep, and if I want to eat out, I just go and pick it up so that I can skip the fees. Or if I want to eat at a restaurant, I pick one with a really juicy offer in the Upside app. Like, there's tons of options here in New York, over 10%. If you want to see how much I made, there's a link in the description with the video. Okay, by the way, you can get an extra 10% cash back on your first restaurant or grocery purchase if you download the free Upside app and sign up with the code YouTube10. I want you to ask yourself something. Would you rather have savings in the bank or have all of the trendiest and useless household items? I know influencers make it super enticing to buy whatever they're selling, and it's incredibly easy to just buy all these things that you don't need. You may be resistant to this next batch, but if you stop buying 1 or 2 of them, you can be like me and save a minimum of $1,000 per year. Fashion trends come and go faster than ever, and it's historically been easy for me to get caught up in these trends. But then, over the last few years, I've started to find cheaper, pre-loved clothes that feel really truly like my style at boutiques, thrift stores, and online secondhand consigners. And while it might seem cheaper to go out and buy the newest fast fashion thing on Shein, it's gonna break in like 1 or 2 washes. And learn how to sew or take your clothes that need repairing to a seamstress. It costs like less than $10, and you don't need to buy crappy clothing over and over again. It's just a waste of money. Buy secondhand clothing that are high quality. And clothes for special occasions that cost like a boatload of money, like for weddings and things like that, I have stopped. I don't want to buy any more $200 dresses. I don't want to buy any more shoes and accessories that I'm only going to wear just one time. So instead, I use rental clothing services. More about those money hacks in this video. I also don't buy workout clothes anymore because like my personal opinion is that you're just gonna sweat in them, and workout clothes are made to last. Like they're made of really strong materials, so you really don't need to be buying more and more of them. I've also stopped buying anything that I see on TikTok Shop. It is way too easy to buy something from TikTok, and so I just don't. You really don't need that selfie light. You really don't need another face mask. Do you really need another pair of yoga pants? So do yourself a favor and just stop scrolling. Also, the dollar section or the clearance section at grocery stores is another really easy way to spend money on junk that you don't need, so just run past that aisle as fast as you can, my friend. And one of the household items that I've struggled not buying over the years are knickknacks. I actually have an entire shelf of knickknacks. They're so cute, but did I really need to spend $20 on this? Come on. Same thing goes for candles. I don't like half of the ones that I already have, and why do I need 30 more of them sitting out collecting dust? Like for some reason, I went through this phase of buying way too many tea candles, so I still have like hundreds. Okay, cheap jewelry is another thing that I had to stop buying and looking at because it's really easy to impulsively purchase this tiny little thing, but then it just breaks, it's not shiny anymore, and then it gets tarnished, like literally after one, just washing your hands. I also stopped buying disposable wipes. Whether this was like Clorox wipes for the house or like makeup wipes for my face. I also stopped buying Swiffer pads and opted for a reusable one. And now I have a reusable makeup wipe as well. I also started making my own cleaning products with vinegar, dish soap, hot water, and a couple drops of essential oil. You can make a really nice huge bottle of cleaner that's all natural as well. And instead of spending hundreds of dollars on toilet paper now every single year, I use a bidet. It's much more sanitary and it's better for the environment too and your booty. Something I've noticed over the years as a woman is how many miracle anti-aging skincare products there are out there. I swear every single time I go on the internet, I see like 5 ads that are pushing it down my throat. But really, if you look at the ingredients, all of these skincare products have like similar ingredients, and your face can only absorb so much. So like use all your stuff up before you go buy another one. And this also goes for hair products. Like look at the ingredients on the back and you'll actually see a lot of them are the same. Obviously, I have colored hair and I actually use Overtone, which is this colored conditioner to upkeep my hair, so I don't have to go to the hairdresser all the time to get everything touched up. And when I was really broke, I used to actually cut my own hair, and I used to cut my partner's hair too. So, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I also stopped buying all new makeup. Do you really need another lipstick or lip gloss? Do you really need another mascara? Like, did you even finish using your other ones? And to be honest, I am getting better about not getting manicures all of the time. So right now you can see my nails are really grown out, and I just like trimmed them. They look fine. Honestly, I don't even have time to go to get my nails done right now, and I just saved at least $50. All right, are you ready for the last category? So these may seem like sacrifices, but please trust me, if you stop buying 1 or 2 of these things, it's going to add up and your wallet will thank you. So first of all, I did an audit of all of my streaming services that I pay for, and then I asked myself which ones I was actually using multiple times a month. And as a rule of thumb, if you haven't used a service that you pay for in a month or 2, or much less like 6 or a year, you have to ditch that account. I don't pay for apps on my phone anymore or games, or because apps now charge by the week. So no more of that. And a lot of times if I'm planning to Uber or drive somewhere, I check the price and time against how long it would be for me to walk or just use public transportation instead. And here in New York, it's super easy because it's always much more expensive to Uber. And when I do have my car, I quit buying gas at places that did not offer cash back with Upside. So now I always check the Upside app and then compare the best gas prices before I even go out and get gas. And of course, I'm gonna choose the highest gas offer. And sometimes the store also offers really high cash back on like Red Bull or snacks that you can buy inside. So if you haven't signed up for the Upside app yet and you wanna get a bonus 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first gas purchase with Upside, use the code YouTube when you sign up. This was the offer that I used when I first started using Upside, and I earned almost $10 from filling up on gas. I also stopped paying for services that I get guilted into. A lot of places will try to upsell you or get you to subscribe or add on and pay like special prices for extra packages. This could be your cell phone provider that's trying to upsell you on like a streaming package or whatever. Like, think about it. Do you really need it? Because it may be free for like 2 months, but you're gonna have to pay for it later and you're probably gonna forget. And I just stopped buying things when I'm on the phone with representatives when they try to upsell you. Actually, that's what my internet provider did the last time I called about a connection issue. They were trying to upsell me on a TV package. Like, I'm not gonna do that. Something else that I was getting ripped off by was insurance. So instead of accepting a quote at face value, I started using online tools and researched the discounts that I'm actually qualified for. And I also now keep track of my iCloud and Google storage subscriptions, and I don't pay for any extra storage that I'm not using. So this means clearing out my files and all my photos and stuff regularly and videos. And spending on storage doesn't just apply to the cloud, you guys. I stopped paying for such a big long-term storage unit, which got up to like $200 or $300. And now I actually got rid of a bunch of the old furniture and just like the clutter that I didn't need. And so we downsized and saved like almost $150 per month on a temperature controlled storage unit. And I don't ever buy tools anymore, like whether that's a tool or like an equipment for my home or yard. I always buy used. You can find really great tools on Facebook Marketplace or other buy nothing Facebook groups online where you can like borrow from neighbors and things. And I also never buy new technology anymore. I always like to buy certified refurbished products, like for my iPhone, my MacBook. You can get the exact same thing for a fraction of the price. And something I never buy anymore are scratch offs and lottery tickets, because honestly, I just don't play enough to win, and that's okay. I'm just not gonna waste money on that anymore. Like, I'm sorry, you're probably not gonna win the Mega Millions, but who knows? If you end up winning, you can come at me. I also don't buy alcohol when I go out anymore unless I'm going to a bar that has a cashback offer. You guys, cocktails in New York, I don't know, they're like $15 to $20 per cocktail, so you guys, that adds up, and might as well start making healthier choices. So if you stop buying the things in this list, you're gonna save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars per year. That's what happened to me. And if you do any of these things, please let me know in the comments about how it goes. And every single time I need to get gas, groceries, or dining, I always look in the Upside app, because might as well make cash while you're spending it. Am I right? Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.